Hello, very good evening. Welcome to the Mega News at 6. I am El Samuels. The news is coming to you live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate, Noah Adegono. The news is also live across our social media handles on MBN 360. First take a look at the headlines.
Mahama launches Ghana National Research Fund to drive innovation. In business, GIPC drives bilateral capital partnerships at Canada Business Roundtable. And on the international front, Somaliland opens Jerusalem Embassy after Israel's recognition of its independence.
Details of these stories and more coming your way in the next 30 minutes. The President, John Dramani Mahama, has launched the Ghana's National Research Fund, GNRF, a landmark initiative designed to support scientific research, technological innovation, and evidence-based policy development. The move is aimed at strengthening Ghana's knowledge and economy, accelerating national development through research-driven solutions.
President John Dramani Mahama has officially unveiled the Ghana National Research Fund, marking a significant step toward promoting innovation, scientific discovery, and technological advancements in the country. The fund is expected to provide sustainable financing for researchers, universities, and innovation hubs working on solutions to Ghana's developmental challenges. Government says the initiative will bridge the gap between academic research and industry, ensuring that research outcomes contribute directly to economic growth and job creation. Speaking at the launch, President Mahama emphasized the critical role of research and innovation in driving industrialization, improving public services, and enhancing Ghana's competitiveness in the global economy. The president also announced an initial government commitment to operationalize the fund, describing it as an investment in the country's future and a catalyst for homegrown solutions. Stakeholders in academia, industry, and the research community have welcomed the initiative, describing it as a long-awaited intervention that could unlock innovation, strengthen policy formulation, and position Ghana as a leader in research and development within the region. The Ghana National Research Fund is expected to support groundbreaking research projects, foster partnerships between academia and industry, and help transform innovative ideas into practical solutions for national development.
And so with the presidency, the President, John Dramani Mahama, has underscored the importance of innovation and research as a foundation for Ghana's future prosperity, insisting the country cannot rely solely on its natural resources to achieve sustainable development.
President John Dramani Mahama says Ghana's long-term success will be determined by its ability to innovate, create knowledge, and develop solutions to national challenges rather than depend exclusively on its natural wealth. Speaking at the launch of the Ghana National Research Fund, the president stressed that countries that have transformed their economies did so through investments in research, science, technology, and innovation. According to him, while Ghana is blessed with abundant natural resources, the real driver of future growth lies in the ability of its people to generate ideas, develop technologies, and convert research into practical solutions that improve lives and create jobs. President Mahama noted that the newly established fund will support researchers, universities, and innovators working to address critical challenges in sectors such as agriculture, health, education, energy, and industrial development. He emphasized that the initiative forms part of a broader strategy to build a knowledge-based economy capable of competing globally and attracting investment. The president further called on academia, industry, and government institutions to strengthen collaboration in order to transform research findings into products, services, and policies that will drive national development.
Access to capital Nations must compete on ideas. They must compete on innovation. They compete on their ability to transform knowledge into productivity and productivity into prosperity for their people. The most successful economies in the world today are not necessarily those that are endowed with greatest natural wealth. They are the economies that have consistently invested in research, technology, innovation, and human capital development. Every major technological breakthrough that has transformed human society, from modern medicine and telecommunications to artificial intelligence, biotechnology, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing, has been made possible by deliberate government and institutional investment in research. And so Ghana cannot aspire to industrial transformation while underinvesting in knowledge creation.
In other story, the civil society group Election Watch Ghana is calling on the President John Dramani Mahama to appoint a visionary and transformational leaders to the Electoral Commission, following recent vacancies at the election management body.
Election Watch Ghana has urged President John Dramani Mahama to ensure that appointments to the Electoral Commission are guided by competence, integrity, independence, and a commitment to electoral reforms. The call comes amid ongoing discussions on the future leadership of the Commission following vacancies in key positions. According to the group, the Electoral Commission remains one of Ghana's most critical democratic institutions and requires leaders capable of strengthening public trust, enhancing transparency, and driving innovation in electoral management. Election Watch stressed that the next generation of EC leaders must be equipped to address emerging challenges, including voter confidence, electoral technology, stakeholder engagement, and the effective administration of elections. The group further noted that appointments to the Commission should rise above partisan considerations and reflect the national interest, given the EC's central role in safeguarding Ghana's democratic credentials. It also called for a transparent and consultative process that inspires confidence among political parties, civil society organizations, and the general public.
Now we move to the floor of Parliament, where the minority in Parliament has raised concerns over the construction of the Aferi Military Hospital project, alleging mismanagement and demanding greater transparency and accountability and execution of the facility.
The Minority Caucus in Parliament has accused government officials and project managers of mismanaging aspects of the Afari Military Hospital construction project, raising fresh questions about the use of public funds and project implementation. According to the minority, concerns have emerged regarding the pace of work, project cost, and the overall management of resources allocated to the hospital's construction. The caucus is calling for a comprehensive disclosure of contractual arrangements, expenditure details, and the current status of the project to assure the public that value for money is being achieved. Minority members argue that healthcare infrastructure projects are critical national investments and must be executed with the highest standards of transparency and accountability. They have therefore urged the relevant state institutions to provide clear answers to concerns surrounding the project and ensure that any irregularities, if established, are addressed promptly. Government officials are yet to issue a detailed response to the latest allegations, but the project remains a key component of efforts to improve healthcare delivery and military medical services in the country. The minority insists that transparency and accountability must remain at the center of all major public infrastructure projects, especially those aimed at strengthening Ghana's healthcare system.
It is rich for the current government to accuse others of sleeping on the project. The Afari Hospital story is a testament of NDC's mismanagement. Originally contracted in 2008 under President J.A. Kufuor for Sofoline Kumasi, the project was derailed when the NDC assumed office in 2009. They inexplicably relocated it to Tamale, then to Accra, and finally to Afari. This political maneuvering caused a 6-year delay, resulting in the contractor claiming an additional 36 million, which was eventually negotiated down to 19.3 million United States dollars. Let the record show, as at December 2016, when the NDC was leaving office, the project stood at only 40% complete. After 8 years in power, and despite initiating the physical construction in 2014, the NDC could only deliver 40%.
Away from the Afari Military Hospital saga, we must to the Ghana National Fire Service, GNFS, has trained close to 900 officers nationwide as part of efforts to strengthen the safety enforcement and accelerate the transition to digital compliance systems.
The Ghana National Fire Service has announced the successful training of approximately 900 officers to support the implementation of digital fire safety compliance measures across the country. The initiative forms part of the service's broader modernization agenda aimed at improving efficiency, enhancing regulatory oversight, and ensuring greater compliance with fire safety standards. According to the GNFS, the officers have been equipped with the skills needed to utilize digital platforms for inspections, monitoring, reporting, and certification processes, reducing paperwork and improving service delivery. The service says the move will help streamline fire safety assessments for businesses, institutions, and public facilities while enabling real-time data collection and faster response to compliance issues. Officials believe the digital transformation will strengthen enforcement, improve accountability, and enhance public safety by ensuring that fire prevention regulations are effectively monitored and implemented. The training program also aligns with government's digitalization agenda and efforts to leverage technology to improve public sector service delivery. The Ghana National Fire Service says the newly trained officers will play a key role in promoting a safer environment through efficient digital monitoring and enforcement of fire safety regulations nationwide.
Now we move straight away to the Ashanti region, where a breakdown at OT landfill site has triggered a waste management crisis in the Kumasi, leading to mounting heaps of refuse across parts of the Ashanti region and capital, raising concerns about public health and sanitation.
Residents and businesses in Kumasi are grappling with growing piles of uncollected waste following operational challenges at the OT landfill site, a key waste disposal facility serving the metropolis. The disruption has reportedly affected activities of waste collection companies, resulting in overflowing communal containers and refuse accumulating along streets, markets, and residential areas. City authorities say the landfill breakdown has significantly slowed the disposal process, creating a backlog in waste collection and transportation across several communities. The situation has sparked concerns among residents who fear the deteriorating sanitary conditions could increase the risk of disease outbreaks, especially during the rainy season. Environmental health experts are also warning that prolonged waste accumulation could contaminate water bodies, attract pests, and worsen urban sanitation challenges. Officials have assured the public that efforts are underway to resolve the technical difficulties at the landfill site and restore normal waste collection services as quickly as possible. As Kumasi battles mounting refuse and growing public concern, residents are urging authorities to implement lasting solutions to the city's waste management challenge.
And from the Ashanti region, we come to the end of all the stories making major headlines. We move straight away for a commercial break. When we return, it will be time to bring you business stories with Na Dede Gogo.
I'm Hannah, I'm from Austria, and I spent the last 6 weeks, I think, here in Maranatha, and so far it has been a very great experience. I feel like once I came to school, I felt very welcome. I felt a very nice, friendly environment towards me from the teachers, but also from the kids, and I had the feeling right away that the kids really like to come here, so they feel really happy, they feel really safe here, they learn a lot, and yeah, I think it talks a lot about the quality of the school if the kids feel comfortable and they like to go to school, they feel happy, and that's one reason why I would really recommend the school, because first of all, I feel like the kids feel comfortable, but on the other hand, they also learn a lot. The teachers are really well educated, they know how to handle the kids, and also considering the facility, the school has a lot to offer, so there's a science lab, there's a computer room where the kids can learn how to handle a computer, there's a library where they can educate themselves with books and different material, there's also a playground outside, especially also for the younger kids, and there's also a waiting room where they can wait for their parents to come and pick them up. Glory Hill Academy, truth, wisdom and knowledge. Bye bye!
Welcome back from the break. My name is Nadide Gogo. In business, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, has intensified efforts to attract foreign direct investment, engaging investors and business leaders at a high-level business roundtable in Canada, aimed at strengthening bilateral capital partnerships.
The Ghana Investment Promotion Center has showcased Ghana's investment potential at a business roundtable in Canada, highlighting opportunities across key sectors of the economy and seeking to deepen economic cooperation between the two countries. The engagement brought together investors, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and business executives to explore avenues for increased trade, investment, and strategic partnership. GIPC officials emphasized Ghana's commitment to creating a conducive business environment, citing ongoing reforms, political stability, and expanding opportunities in sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, energy, technology, and infrastructure. The center also outlined incentives available in investors and encouraged Canadian businesses to take advantage of Ghana's position as a gateway to the West African market. Participants discussed ways to mobilize capital, foster innovation, and build long-term partnership capable of driving economic growth and job creation in both countries. The roundtable forms part of broader efforts by GIPC to market Ghana as a preferred investment destination and attract quality investment that supports the country's development agenda. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center says stronger partnerships with international investors will be critical to unlocking new opportunities, boosting economic growth, and accelerating Ghana's industrial transformation.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Stock Exchange, GSE, Composite Index has set beyond the 14,600 point mark, signaling renewed investor confidence and continued strong performance on the local equities market.
The Ghana Stock Exchange has recorded another milestone as the GSE Composite Index climbed above 14,600 points, reflecting sustained growth in the country's capital markets. Market analysts attribute the strong performance to increased investor activities, improved corporate earnings, and growing confidence in Ghana's economic recovery prospects. The rise in the benchmark index indicates gains across several listed equities, with investors responding positively to developments in key sectors of the economy. Financial experts say the rally underscores the resilience of the stock market and highlights the growing role of the capital market in mobilizing long-term investment for economic development. The latest gains are also expected to enhance the attractiveness of the Ghanaian market to both local and foreign investors seeking opportunities in emerging economies. Stakeholders believe the positive trend could encourage more companies to consider listing on the exchange while providing investors with greater opportunities for wealth creation. The GSE Composite Index rise beyond 14,600 points marks another significant achievement for Ghana's capital markets, reinforcing optimism about the country's investment climate and economic outlook.
Let's go for a break. Up next is sports and entertainment with Wendy Lati.
Hi, welcome to Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Our serene environment and cozy rooms provides a pleasant stay. To book a room with us, call 055-5940-103 and 0241-972076. Locate us at Teshinungwa Estate, number 8 Coconut Street, directly behind A-Life Supermarket. Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth.
Welcome back from the break. You're still watching Mega News at 6 on MBN TV. I'm Wendy Lati. Now on the sports desk, we move to the Black Stars Arena, where Ghana's senior national team, the Black Stars, have arrived in Toronto, Canada, as preparations intensify ahead of the opening Group L fixture against Panama at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
The Black Stars have touched down in Toronto, marking a key milestone in their build-up to their opening match at the 2026 FIFA World Cup against Panama. The team arrived with a full technical and playing squad, immediately settling into their base camp as they begin final preparations for the tournament group stage. Head coach and technical staff are expected to intensify tactical drills, recovery sessions, and team cohesion exercises in the coming days as Ghana looks to start its campaign on a strong note. The opener against Panama is seen as a crucial fixture in Group L, with Ghana targeting a positive result to boost confidence ahead of tougher encounters in the group. Supporters back home are already showing strong anticipation, with hopes high that the Black Stars can make a deep run in the tournament and restore national pride on the global stage. Team officials say focus will remain on discipline, fitness, and tactical sharpness as Ghana adjusts to conditions in Canada ahead of kickoff. The Black Stars' arrival in Toronto signals the start of final preparations as Ghana eyes a strong start to its 2026 World Cup campaign against Panama.
And And away from the Black Stars' arrival in Toronto, we move to the entertainment news where Ghanaian singer Jackie has officially announced the release date for her upcoming project titled Treasure, scheduled to drop on June 26, 2026.
Award-winning Ghanaian Afrofusion artist Jackie has revealed that a highly anticipated project, Treasure, will be released on June 26, 2026. The announcement has sparked excitement among fans across Ghana and beyond, with many expecting the project to further showcase a signature blend of soulful vocals, Afrobeat, and contemporary African sounds. While details such as the track list and featured artists remain under wraps, industry watchers say the project is expected to build on Jackie's growing international presence and musical influence. The singer, known for hits that have earned her continental recognition, is anticipated to use the project to explore deeper themes of love, growth, and self-expression. Fans have taken to social media to express anticipation, with many describing Treasure as one of the most awaited Ghanaian music releases of the year. Jackie's Treasure project is expected to reinforce her position as one of Africa's leading voices in contemporary music when it officially drops on June 26, 2026.
And that's all for today on the sports and entertainment news. Our Samuel will be bringing the foreign news.
Welcome back from the business, sports and entertainment segment of the Mega News 6. On the foreign front, Somaliland has announced the opening of an embassy in Jerusalem following a reported recognition of its independence by Israel, making a significant diplomatic development with potential geopolitical implications.
The self-declared state of Somaliland has opened a diplomatic mission in Jerusalem after what authorities described as recognition of its independence by Israel. The move has been described by officials in Somaliland as a historic step toward broader international engagement and formal diplomatic relations. According to statements from Somaliland representatives, the new embassy is intended to strengthen political, economic, and security cooperation between the two sides while also expanding Somaliland's global diplomatic footprint. The development is expected to draw international attention, given Somaliland's long-standing quest for wider recognition as an independent state, despite lacking formal recognition from most of the international community. Analysts say the move could reshape diplomatic dynamics in the Horn of Africa and the Middle East, particularly as geopolitical alliances continue to evolve. Neither Israel nor Somaliland has yet provided extensive details on the full scope of agreements tied to the recognition, but both sides have indicated interest in expanding cooperation in trade and strategic areas.
Now we move straight away to West Africa, where Nigeria Army has reportedly rescued the widow of a former military general who died whilst being held captive, following an operation linked to the ongoing security efforts in parts of the country.
The Nigerian Army says it has successfully freed the widow of a retired general who previously died in captivity after being abducted by armed groups. According to military sources, the rescue operation was carried out as part of intensified efforts to combat kidnapping and restore security in affected regions. Officials indicate that the troops acted on intelligence-led operations, leading to the safe recovery of the woman, who has since been placed under medical observation and security protection. The incident has renewed national concern over rising cases of abductions targeting civilians and high-profile individuals, with security agencies under pressure to strengthen counter-kidnapping operations. Authorities have assured the public that efforts are ongoing to track down those responsible and dismantle criminal networks operating in vulnerable communities. The death of the former general in captivity earlier had already sparked widespread condemnation and calls for stronger security reforms. The rescue operation highlights ongoing security challenges in Nigeria as authorities intensify efforts to curb kidnappings and protect civilians from armed groups.
And that brings us to the end of this evening's news at 6 p.m. But before we take leave of you, let's recap the top stories.
Mahama launches Ghana National Research Fund to drive innovation. In business, GIPC drives bilateral capital partnerships at Canada Business Roundtable. And on the international front, Somaliland opens Jerusalem embassy after Israel's recognition of its independence.
Thanks for staying with us. But for more news, log on to MBN 360. My name is El Samuels. Do have a good evening.